Well, this is our camp spot in Arches National Park.
You see that?
42 degrees, almost 108 degrees Fahrenheit.
Leah's got a bunch of very small little bits of something in her hair.
They look like tiny, like see-through little organisms.
We're Levi and Leah, a Canadian couple living out of our Prius as we complete the road trip of a lifetime.
We left our apartment in the city to spend the next year circumnavigating North America.
Last week we summited El Capitan and then went to the loneliest road in America. And this week we head into Moab to spend a couple of nights in one of the craziest and hottest places in the country.
So it's about 40 degrees, over 100. I can't. Look at these rocks.
I feel like I'm in Indiana Jones.
Well, this is our camp spot in Arches National Park.
You see that?
And literally all the way around us are just these crazy rock formations. Now, it is very, very hot here right now. So after a 3.5 hour drive, I think it's time for us to set up our shade shelter for the first ever time. We are going to use our shade shelter and hopefully it works. Decent right there. I'm all right with that.
You're still married after that. That's amazing.
Don't say anything too soon. Lessons we've learned from setting up our shade shelter for the first time ever.
It takes longer than everything else to set up.
Do it
Combined.
for the first time when it's not 105 degrees Fahrenheit, 40 plus degrees Celsius. The only benefit of this kind of crazy sun and heat is the solar panel gets charged. We have just a little 112 coming in, but that basically means that our fridge is going to keep our food cold the entire time that we are out here, and we can run our fan during the night and stuff to keep us cool. So Leah is set up here for a little siesta. We've pulled the picnic table into the shade and set her up with some blankets and a pillow.
My travel yoga mat, the thing, my pillow. I'm gonna listen to Harry Potter. Oh wow, that's actually really good.
It's kind of hard to appreciate almost the crazy landscape that we're in right now when it is this hot out. But that is roughly where I'm gonna set up the hammock. All right, team, so after a brief siesta and some dinner, we have cleaned up everything and we're ready to start preparing our car for sleep.
I'm not ready for bed yet, but I'm very excited to show you how we get everything set up and hopefully let our car cool down a bit before we go to bed. So we typically go from driving mode to sleeping mode. So in driving mode, that's when we have our backpacks, the basket, and everything kind of rolled up. And all of this needs to move to the front seat in order for the bed to fold down.
So once we have everything pulled out of the front of the car, it's time for us to unfold our Shiki Futon. This is an all cotton Japanese floor mattress that we bought from a Canadian company.
It has these really handy ties to tie it up, but because we use it literally every day, we just fold it into thirds, easy peasy. I'm gonna be honest, it took us a while to figure out this routine, but you're gonna make sure you pull this far enough this way, pillows, Another important thing is making sure that Levi's seat is pulled all the way forward because he's so freaking tall.
I do fit though.
As you can see on my side of the car, the fridge kind of acts as extra legroom for me. Down below here is where we put our shoes during the night so that they are not getting the rest of the car dirty and they're sort of tucked away nicely.
And my favorite thing is the thing that I built. These are our little bedside tables. So inside this little pocket, we'll have things like eye masks and our mouth guard cases, things like that. They are so handy. I didn't think they were gonna be so handy. So amazing.
Now this is what some creators won't show you, but we often have some sort of recycling or whatever stashed in the back while we're driving around. And we usually carry it until we can find a place that does recycle it. So during the night, we have to take it and stash it in the foot of the front seat until we can find somewhere to put it.
Another thing that a lot of folks recommended we get, and we've had since the beginning, just so you know, are these bug screens. They are the handiest thing ever. We have been in some buggy places, but we still get some airflow and no bugs. In our Prius upgrades video, we talked about some of the things that really make living in a Prius amazing. This is one of them. This tiny but mighty fan in my favorite color. We just strap it on here and it blows air on us all night. I don't think we would survive without it.
And now for the part that many of you have probably seen from other videos, our hatchback tent. Voila! We did that in less than 2 minutes, 1 minute and 58 seconds. And the last time we did this recorded on camera, it was about 4. Once again, we have a bunch of videos about this build series and how we put it all together and the adventures that we have with it. So if you are interested in following along on our journey, remember to subscribe because next we're... Because the end goal of this journey is to make it to the southern tip of Mexico and back up to Canada. So it's gonna be a wild ride. We'd love to have you with us. Oh, and this is Leah's favorite part.
Oh, it's so cute.
Every night she's gotta do the lights.
These are the Lucci solar lights and they are so great. Normally when we're driving around, we just leave them on the dash so they get some sunlight to power them up. And it's this adorable string, again in my favorite color, of lights. And we normally put them around the awning here. It's so cute. When you don't have a home, a traditional home, little things like that just make it feel so amazing.
Now, the truly important and functional purpose of these lights is sort of like our toothbrushing evening area, because often it is much darker than it is right now when we're getting ready for bed, and having an outdoor light source
So helpful.
very helpful.
Also, this is so helpful because it just holds all of our stuff while we're brushing our teeth, getting ready for bed, washing our face, all those good things.
Did you guys know that you would be brushing your teeth with us when you clicked on this video? Probably not.
Did you know?
Now, I would love to say that on beautiful nights like this, when we're out in the middle of nowhere, we always spend time looking up at the stars and appreciating life.
But when every night presents you with this like beautiful thing, every now and then you want to escape and just relax.
And that is why today's video is sponsored by Surfshark VPN. If you don't already know, Surfshark VPN is a virtual private network. This service keeps your online identity safe by encrypting all the information sent between your device and the internet.
But it also helps you digitally change your device's virtual location, which is amazing when we're traveling through all these different places. I don't know about you, but being in Canada, I'm on Crave, that's where I watch my RuPaul, and when I'm in the US, it won't let me access it unless I have the Surfshark VPN.
And because Surfshark allows multiple devices on one account, it means that we can both use it at the same time on as many devices as we really want to.
Literally this morning. Wow.
Leah insisted that we watch the first Indiana Jones movie just so that we can relive the glory of...
We have to, because we were literally on that hike, and I was like, they had to have filmed Indiana Jones here. And the whole hike, I'm like, dun da da da, dun, da, da. So try Surfshark yourself by clicking the link down in the description.
Or use code Levi and Leah for 83% off and 3 bonus free months. by checking them out and maybe signing up, you are supporting them as well as us on this journey. So thank you so much. And a huge thank you to Surfshark for sponsoring this video.
Thank you.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
We're up before the sun in order to get a 12K hike in before the sun becomes unbearably hot and we fry to death in the middle of this desert.
Wow. You're delightful this morning. Oh my goodness.
So on this hike, we have brought a full growler and both of our water bottles. And we've only been hiking for like an hour or so, and we've already emptied 1.5 bottles, so we have to refill. It is just crazy how dry your mouth gets out here. Like, I feel like you leave your mouth open for even a little bit, and like the wind physically goes in and removes the water from your mouth.
It's hard because we're always gaping at things.
Yeah, we spend the whole time like this. It is completely surreal to be in a drought-stricken area of the United States right now, especially as there is so many water-related catastrophes going on, from droughts across the world to flooding. It feels like water is more relevant than ever, and
You just started reading Dune. You're thinking about water constantly. I just read Dune, loved it, and was like, Levi, you need to read this when we're going through Utah and into Nevada, because...
Now, we don't want to put a dampener on the video, but water-related issues are extremely important right now, and we are just so aware of that living out of our car. We have our 1 5-gallon jug, and that's it. If we aren't able to find water for a couple of days, we just run out, and that's the reality for so many people who aren't living in as fortunate a situation as we are. So if you have access to water, God, be so thankful for that.
Like, it used to be an ocean, and then the water evaporated, and it's a whole salt flat, and then over like millions of years, all of this debris and stuff landed on top, turned into rock, and then it made the salt liquefy underneath it, and then it rose up, creating this. Isn't that amazing?
I'm wondering if y'all found a water bottle here.
Oh, we did actually. Yeah.
You did?
It might go.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Holy cow.
There was though. You literally just said, is this what grief feels like? Oh.
Wow, team. I thought we were going to start this video by saying that we lost the water bottle, but no. The water bottle is still with us. So we are in Provo, Utah, which is one of the largest Mormon communities in the United States.
Which is also saying something when you're in Utah itself, which is known as being a very Mormon state.
We've learned some very interesting and fascinating facts about this community in particular in the couple of days that we've been here. For example, there is only 3 bars in a community of over 100,000 people.
And even when you do go to a restaurant, we did this the other day, went to go get some Thai food, there's no alcohol on the menu at all at any restaurants.
Coffee shops are very limited. It's very difficult to buy cigarettes. Anything that is deemed addictive is sort of shunned or discouraged.
Unless
except
it's sugar. And that's why there are so many soda shops everywhere, which I've never been to.
Didn't even know it was a thing.
Didn't know it was a thing. So let's go try it out.
First of all, this is the lineup that's getting into the soda shop, which is in the back of this barber shop, apparently.
love it.
Oh my god, there is so many options.
Is it possible to get it in our own cups?
Yes, of course.
Is the blue bombshell popular?
Oh yeah, that's the most popular kind of drink.
With your soda beverage, you can also buy cookies, which is really interesting. And then while you're at it, you can do your missionary donation, I guess.
All right, well, just because we are Canadian, we got our drinks for free, which is very
so
kind.
nice.
I got a blue Mountain Dew.
With like blue curacao and something. And I got a 7-Up with guava, coconut, and lime. Like, what?
Look
There's
at
a real
that.
lime in it.
That looks kind of crazy.
The
Let's,
crazy thing is, this would make a great cocktail. Like, put a shot of gin in this.
Wow, that actually, I hate to admit how good that tastes.
That's good. Here, try mine.
What a crazy
Whoa.
experience.
I love it.
Now, their beverages might be multicolored, but their flags are not always quite so. Was that a good transition?
I guess so. As you might be able to tell, Mormons aren't like down with the gays, which was something I was a bit concerned about. They even actually have a rule where like you can be gay, but you just can't act upon that.
Right.
So essentially saying, look, you can be gay as long as you're celibate. But we are going to do a tour of this place called Encircle House, and it's just like this queer mecca in the middle of this Mormon city.
So there is the major Mormon temple in the middle of downtown Provo. And
And here's Encircle. Can you tell?
Well, that was positively lovely.
So heartwarming. And at first I was like, oh, like, I don't know, should we get involved? And I was like, now I'm tie-dyeing and eating tacos. This is great.
Yes, not only did we get a beautiful tour of the Encircle space, but there happened to be a free food truck and tie-dye event going on.
Right? They had like taco truck, waffles, donuts, like, and there's so many people here. Like, it's amazing.
So if you're interested in learning more about it, we're going to leave a link down in the description.
And I'm gonna put this cool sticker on my water bottle. I'm gonna have the gayest little bottle ever. Yay!
oh, this is the least cool part about having earrings that are fresh.
Oh, nicely done. Okay.
Whew. After many 35 plus days, 100 plus degree days in Moab, we were dusty, we were sandy, we were sweaty. We just jumped in Schofield State Park. I stink way less.
Come on.
So these are our towels that we use while on the road. This one you might have seen from some Instagram content. So Leah's gonna give you a quick demo of what it looks like when it's on, because that's when the real magic comes to life.
I wish I was a magician every time I do this. So normally I put it over my head like this, and then I like crunch while I change. And then it's like, voila!
Oh my god. I mean,
Get one out so I can look at it again. Are there still those clear things?
yeah,
Lights don't look like that.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know either. Oof.
So we just got back to the car and realized that Leah's got a bunch of very small little bits of something in her hair.
They look like tiny, like see-through little organisms. Definitely not lice.
And there's a bunch of them. So we are going to use something that we have had on the road but never used, which is this portable shower sack thing.
Here you go.
So, and then I guess you just go like,
Yeah.
okay, all right, there you go. Okay.
A little traumatic, but it worked. I I just had such a throwback to when I was like 6 and I had lice, and I'm like, oh. And I was like, am I gonna have to sit in a bath with teacher oil and comb through my hair?
As of right now, it doesn't look like there's anything in Leah's hair after the rinse, so
And tomorrow we get to stay somewhere with the shower, so I'm going to use soap and scrub and scrub.
So, first review of the bag shower thing.
It's a Reliance. It's made in Canada, and it's
It works.
pretty good.
So at some point we hope to make a how we shower video. And
Now that we've proven that this works.
if you're interested in that, make sure that you have subscribed to the channel so you see updates from us. And if you do that, then we'll see you in the next one.
I'm cold now. Feed me, clothe me.
So, this is Leah and I's first time at the Grand Canyon.
It is pretty hard to wrap your head around this. Like, I can't even understand what this is.